This is just a lot of nerves going on right here. Everyone has to maintain their composure. Remember, one false start, and that's it.
There are a lot of guys on that line right now that are used to winning championships.
But there can only be one winner today.
Men's 100 meters. Team points on the line. And a clean start in the men's 100 meters.
And Paget got a great start, but look at Demi Omole from Wisconsin, and now he's being run down on the outside.
X marks the spot. Xavier Carter emerging as the men's 100 meters champion.
I said that Paget looked best in qualifying. He did, but Xavier Carter, never underestimate the heart of a champion. This guy just knows how to win. He was out of this race at 30 meters, 40 meters, 50 meters, and then came on in the last half to snatch it.
Also, Walter Dix rallying for a second-place finish.
Paget had his usual great start. Look at Xavier Carter right here. He's down, but he keeps his composure. Paget had the best start in lane 6. At this point, I thought it was definitely Omole that was going to win, but look at Carter on the outside. I mean, this wasn't really close. He has time to celebrate at the end. Xavier Carter in 10.09 into a minus headwind. Great performance.
Xavier Carter halfway home. We'll find out later. Right now, we check in with Dwight Stones.
Xavier had already done something no LSU man has ever done, win this title, but also talk about the nerves after that come up before the first start.
Well, I felt tension between all the runners, you know. We're all great runners, so Walter was next to me. He rubbed on his cheek or something. So I knew the field was going to have to come up after that. So I just kept my mind frame set, you know, be patient, and got back in the blocks.
Talk about having to come back for this 400 a little bit later.
Well, you know, I'm catch my breath, get rubbed down and stuff, then come back out here and try to win another race.
All right, congratulations, good luck later.
All right,
Ian?
Xavier Carter, wide receiver as well on the LSU football team. He'll be going for the game-winning touchdown later today in the 400. Carter wins it. All knotted up at 30 apiece. Out on the track, the men's 200 meters. Top time this year, Xavier Carter, not running in this event, but his teammate, Kelly Willie, is from LSU, and a lot of big names battling for some important team points. Sharandi Martina is in lane 5.
Yes, he is, and he was 6th in the 100. He was very disappointed, I'm sure, with that performance. He came in here with a 9.7 Windy. He'll be looking to make amends for that. In front of him in lane 6 is Kelly Willie. This guy has an Olympic gold medal in the relay, but no individual NCAA title. He'll be trying to change that right here today. And just to his outside, Walter Dix, 2nd in the 100, which is better than I thought he was going to finish. I guess the hamstring is feeling good today. He's in lane 7. He does not run a particularly good turn. That's a great lane draw for him.
You mentioned Dix, who did finish 2nd in the 100 to Carter. Also, Jamal Charles is in this race. From Texas, he finished 5th in the 100. A freshman, also on the football team. And Martina in lane number 5, who finished 6th in the 100, as Otto mentioned, out of UTEP, the sophomore. For Kelly Willie, he's been such a great team competitor. Walter Dix has been the go-to guy for Florida State. So in lanes 6 and 7, we've got legitimate drama in the men's 200 meters.
And I think this is going to be interesting because Kelly Willie is a 400-meter runner. He was part of that championship team for LSU last year. He's going to run a great turn. I expect him to go by Walter Dix, but Walter Dix has had an amazing finish. We saw it in qualifying yesterday. The question is, can Kelly Willie get far ahead enough of Walter Dix to hold on and win this race?
Keep in mind as well, 9 competitors in the field. Only the top 8 will earn points for their team, as the men's team competition is beginning to round into form.
Walter Dix has got to stay close enough to Kelly Willie on this turn to give himself a chance to use his great finish.
Willie in lane 6, Dix in lane 7. Men's 200 meters, a clean start.
And true to form, Kelly Willie is already up on Walter Dix, but he's going to have to separate, I think, in order to win this 200 meters. Here's Walter Dix coming right back now with Kelly Willie.
Dix wearing the black, Willie in front of him. It's a two-man battle, and Walter Dix accelerating to the tape for the men's 200-meter title.
And that was a great performance by Walter Dix. If he stayed close enough to Willie on the turn, he finishes better than anybody else in the field. And that's exactly what he did. 20-30, a great performance by Walter Dix after second place in the 100 meters.
And Kelly Willie has to settle for second with Reuben Williams from Tennessee finishing in third.
Kelly Willie, I think, ran the way he had to run to win this race. He has to think, I have to go by Walter Dix and keep going. But as you see right here, Walter Dix is holding his own. And at 100 meters, there they are, even. And right now, Walter Dix, as I said, finishes better than anyone else, 100 or 200 meters. And it really wasn't close at the end. Walter Dix in a clear win.
Is that the best we've seen him this week?
I think it is. I've really been worried about him with this hamstring. But as he said yesterday, maybe there's nothing wrong with the hamstring because he looked very good coming home here.
Walter Dix takes the title in the men's 200 meters, and he's with Dwight Stones.
Walter, what a difference a day makes. Otto Bolden was talking about how poorly you ran that turn yesterday, that you barely crawled into the final, but you were right there with the leaders coming off the turn.
That was my plan. Yesterday I was trying to relax, save energy, running on the torn grind, just trying to be strong through the meet.
Was that 100 really sort of a setup for you for the 200? I know you didn't win the race, but it looked as though you're very happy with your finish.
I was definitely happy. I mean, with the injury that I have, I'm not able to come out the blocks as strong as I want to. So, when I get the opportunity to come in second and run all those people down, I mean, it's a great feeling.
How inspiring is it, the fact that the team is doing so well? Have you got more scoring opportunities, and you've already contributed your 18 points?
I mean, the team's doing really well. We're a family. We cover up each other's mistakes, and that's the way we perform. That's the way we're supposed to perform.
Congratulations. Great race.
So 10 team points for Florida State, but 8 team points, should say 11 for Florida State, after also getting Michael Ray Garvin to the finish line. 8 for LSU after Kelly Willie's performance and a second place finish. Updated men's team standings. Florida State 44, LSU right behind with 41. We'll have much more coming up live from Sacramento. Monday on The Late Show. Dave